to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
I'm the illest alive. Watch me prove it. I snapped your crown with your head still attached to it.
Come on, man. This is God-given. Only thing I got to do is just show up.
The nerve, the audacity.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
Prophecies with the Prophet.
What is we talking about?
You want to be good or great, and then make me remember I'm trying to be great. You hear me? Great.
What's up, people? Welcome back to the Prophecies. Without vision, there is no understanding, and without understanding, there is no vision. We are running a little bit late today because I don't feel good. People, put some prayers in the chat for your boy. Put some prayers in the chat for your boy. Man, how's everybody doing? Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, like, and share the video. If y'all haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I don't know where the hell our people are, but me and Miss Nina are here.
Hey, y'all.
What's up with you? So Nina went to the Manny Young Food Festival all late, y'all, and missed out on all the food.
I didn't eat a damn thing.
That's crazy. I wanted to see, like, what kind of food did they have out there? All kinds of shit?
They had everything. They had, like, bacon on. If you could think of it, it was, it's crazy, and I'm pretty sure they had it there. I didn't see any halal food, but I know they had. I'm for sure that I know they had it there. I walked the whole strip. They had bacon on the stick. They had cream puffs. And all types of dessert. They had where you can like already made alcoholic drinks. Like you just walk up and like buy it, like the juices and stuff.
Right.
They had like these really fancy waffles. The funnel man was out there. They had the dumplings and stuff. Literally what other truck was out there? I don't know. I feel like every truck that is in Philly
Right.
came to that
Was there.
festival.
Right.
Like the aroma in the and then how like Manny Young has like the little side corner streets or whatever where like the tables and the chairs is.
Right.
Every side street or whatever. The only street I remember is Gay Street because of course I remember that. But like, every street it had like its own personal DJ, and you see like these people like and they like they had their own personal party. It was great.
Okay, so they had a different party on every street then.
On every corner.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
It was a good time.
Shout out to Manny Young. People don't know that Manny Young is like a little popping party spot on the low. Like it's a nice place to go chill, like to eat lunch and shit like that. People don't really know that about Manny Young. That don't go to Manny Young. People in the city don't know that.
Oh, then they missing out. Like rather it's brunch. Brunch and Manny Young, top tier.
Right.
Blondies and Takora. Is it Takora Moore? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
And then the nightlife.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you're gonna agree with me though.
What's that?
Huh?
What you about to say? Go ahead.
I think I'm too old for the nightlife in
Oh
Manny.
yeah. Yeah, I'm too
like
old.
it goes down. It goes down nightlife in Manny. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. Like, nah, I'm all right.
That's a fact. What's up, Jennifer? What's up, Diana? What's up, Miss King? I see y'all in the chat. How's everybody doing? All right, so tonight we're going to tap into a little bit of the Shannon Sharp situation, but I want to use that as a teaching point to, just talk about ignorance and just people learning in general or learning of things to look out for. So as we wait for your delegates, I don't know. They might be outside. It's nice outside, y'all. Y'all know people don't know how to act. Y'all know people don't know how to act. You want to start with the video, or you want to start with my first question?
No, let's start with the video.
All right. Let's see if I get this video here. Okay, we're gonna play this quick video for y'all, and then we'll discuss what happens.
Shannon Sharp is a dumb jock.
Everybody always talk about date your age, date your age. Well, I want to date my wage. I'm finna shut all this ish down tonight. I want to date my wage.
Stay right there. Stay
where y'all at?
You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, no, have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice.
Shannon Sharp is a dumb jock. This is a dumb jock moment where, like, in what world does this 19-year-old girl want you unless it's for your abilities? In what world does a 19-year-old girl want a 56-year-old man unless it's for his money? So, like you said, you pay your wage, pay your age, all that other shit. Well, that's what you're going to get caught up with. I just hate it, man. Like, I just hate it. Like, he just remind me of one of them big goofy niggas, John Coffey and all. And it's like, dog, why would you fuck with this white girl? Look how big you are. Look how small she is. It's something off with these niggas. I'm just being honest with y'all.
She said, I think he like red velvet.
Oh, I do.
Come on now. These young gals will bite you. Okay? Y'all said he didn't date black women. Y'all stop that shit. You stop it. Now, he might throw a white one in there every now and again. And it's okay. It's okay. Because sometimes, we ain't into everything. Yeah. We don't do everything. So sometimes Uncle Shay Shay need a spice of life.
All right, Miss Nina, what are your thoughts on what you just saw?
But first of all, what do you mean? Like, you can date. I don't want. What if I don't want to date my age? I want to date my wage. The fuck are you talking about? What does your wage have to do with your age? Like, you know what I mean? And it's just like,
first of all, saying I'm going to date my wage means you're going to date people that have the same amount of money as you. Not I'm going to trick off what I can afford to trick off.
It makes sense. Right? Like, it's not clicking. That has nothing to do with your age.
Right.
Well, their age, like, you know what I mean? Or like, I got, what are you gonna find a 20-year-old who makes your amount of money, sir? I guess this is an actor or actress. I guess, you know what I mean? And this girl, she wasn't none of that.
Right.
So you're not saying that. So what is he saying? Oh, I want to make sure I date somebody that I can manipulate, like she said, with my money.
Right.
That I can use my money to control. I want to date somebody that I can control with my money, with my funds, with my abilities, like the guy said.
Right.
So, let me actually see. He said, oh, he's a dumb jock, right? And like, given what we are, like the title, right? Mm-hmm. So, is he literally ignorant? Like, is he dumb? And it's weird. And the only reason I'm asking that is because he's saying what he knows he's doing.
Right.
So, like, where's the thin line in that? Like, if you know you're doing it, but you're acting on it, and it's just like, you know, like, is there a sense of ignorance? Because, like, I'm pretty sure you already got the definition of ignorance.
Yes, I do. yes, I do.
Right? So can we really put this down as ignorance? Like, do you see where I'm saying? Like, right. That thin line?
No, we can't put it down as ignorance, because ignorance means you don't know any better. He does know. He's very
self-aware of what he's doing, and he's saying that he is.
Right.
You know, and like the guy said, oh, he's just a dumb jock.
Right.
I don't think he's dumb.
No, I do think he's dumb, and this is why.
How do you be dumb when you're aware? I think he's an idiot.
Right. This is how, and this is why I made the title. And tonight's topic is going to be, "Are you dumb, people?" I named the title this because I think people use ignorance as an excuse to cover up the fact that they are indeed dumb.
All right. So what's the definition of dumb?
definition of dumb is not having the capability of like knowing or learning or whatever it may be. So it may dumb
like not
means,
having the capacity.
yeah,
So I can be aware of knowing something, of knowing of something, of the knowing, right?
right,
But I don't have the capacity to achieve it, so to
right,
speak.
right.
So,
So
all right, so maybe he is a dumb jock.
right, right, right. So
Maybe he is
dumb.
a dumb jock.
So dumb is having or not having the capacity to understand or learn things, and ignorance is just not knowing any better. Like I just didn't know. So that is the difference. But I think he is a dumb jock, and I do want to speak to a couple of the factors there because I saw somebody that I know posted, and she said, you know, what's older black men's fascination with young white women? What do you think? What would be your thoughts to that question? And then I'll tell you what I respond.
Do y'all really want to hear it? Y'all gonna hate me.
No, speak the truth.
Y'all gonna hate me. Y'all gonna hate me. Older black men who have a fascination on younger women / younger white women is the ones who couldn't break out of whatever they were attached to emotionally that hurt them. And what happens a lot is, regardless black, well, we're gonna stick to the subject, right? What happens a lot is they fold under pressure or don't even know how to, like, you know, grow from underneath that rock. So they become, they turn into this thing where it becomes like this victim blaming type of thing. But it's like that fake toxic masculinity. Like, you know what a man is supposed to look like or sound like or be because you're watching on TV. But this is a fake reality of it because, again, these are scripts. So you know a script of a man, but you don't understand the essence of a man, and that agitates their soul. Because how am I able to see these men, and even if they met these men in real life, but I can't achieve the essence of a man, and that aggravates them. And then even on the other side, they're like, "Well, I know I ain't gay, or I think I ain't gay." Like, you know what I'm saying? Or they're attracted to women, but this is the other thing, but they don't like them.
Right.
And why I don't like them is because there's something in them that they can't achieve on a soul level as a man. You know what I mean? So what do? I do what I can control. So I know just because you of a certain age, or even if you reach a certain bracket, like in your job or whatever it is, which a lot of these men do, they like, you get hurt by a woman, you get hurt by your mother, you get hurt by your society, rather it's in your neighborhood, whatever it is, you get hurt by an authority figure at work, but you don't know how to get past those big moments. Right? And what do? You shut down instantly and you start distracting yourself with external things, right? Well, here we go. The cops, police officers. I'm gonna be a police officer. I'm gonna do this, right? You know what I mean? I'm gonna be a lawyer. I'm gonna be a CEO. You can do all of these grand things outside of growing your soul or growing your emotional capacity, but you're still gonna be a dick at the end. Right. But because they don't know how to, because they didn't do that soul searching, right? So because you don't know how to blossom outside of that trauma or whatever hurt you or whatever growth that you were supposed to do in that moment that stunted you, the outside factor. You know what I mean? You start looking the distractions. You stop that shit. You start looking for the distractions. And you're going to go to the low because these women, the young ones, the young white one, whatever it is, right? Let you do it because you look good. It's what you look like and it's what you have. They don't give a fuck about your soul. Right. This is how they was raised. This is a whole nother ethnicity. This is a whole nother culture. And then even with the younger ones, they ignorant as bliss. They don't know. But the only thing they do know is that you're older. You have a good job or you have this and whatever. The things that you knew that you went to go obtain in order, I know bitches like this. Like, you know what I mean? So you literally got the bait for the prey on purpose, all just because you ain't want to grow right here.
Right.
So that's what I think. I know I said a lot,
No,
but that's what I think.
no, I think all that has some truth to it. I think there is other variables. I would say there is other variables. So
Yeah.
I did speak to something about being a dark skinned man from the South and the reversal of slavery per se that could play a part in it. Even on the notion of younger white women being, maybe in men's eyes, they would probably consider them being the most freakiest women. Why the faces? What's your thoughts?
Because I can see that, like, you know, I can see that, like, from external. They're not sexually objectified. Like,
Right.
white women aren't sexually objectified. They are free to be sexual. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Black women are the most freakiest. You get us where we supposed to be.
Right, but this is what that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I get it, but
somebody gotta get y'all there. For
why
them,
do we gotta get us there?
That's to be determined. Like that's
not
to be
down
determined.
that road. Not down that road. I'm talking about like where you bought it from. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
From as far as like the slavery. Like, you know what I mean? As far as like our people being shut down. Like, you know what I'm saying? The slavery. Like when for the white women, they were never shut down.
Right.
As far as like who they are, so that's not ingrained in their DNA. So they were always free to be whatever themselves, whatever that was going to be. For our people, these parts were cut off down to the fact that y'all are humiliating our men, like raping our men in front of us. Like, you know what I mean? So we was always detached from our sexuality. So how? So it's a lot of growth that we had to come from. Like, you know what I mean? So how?
Yeah,
and then of course now we're here.
I'm not saying that there's not reasons behind it. I'm just saying that if you know young white women and you know young black women, there's a difference in the vocabulary and there's a difference in the aggressiveness. So if you even like hear, you know, just by their text that was leaked and things like that, that's how they just talk on a regular basis. Most black women don't talk like that from the get-go, like on a regular basis. So that's just a difference.
Yeah.
So that's just a difference.
That's why I call them men bitches.
Yeah, that's just a difference. And also, but like you were speaking to, a lot of it is based in the insecurities of that man. Yeah. So of course, if he knows I can control said person with my money, whether it be a young black girl or a young white girl, don't matter. If you know you have that sense of control, most men do take power in that. But
they don't have power anywhere else.
What are your thoughts, Ducky? What are your thoughts on how you view him? Like, we saw the fake IG live shit come out and all that. Did you ever have any like thoughts or inkling that he actually might be gay or bisexual?
Who, Shannon Sharp?
Yeah.
He's gay. Boy, like
I'm asking.
He's very bisexual. But I think he gets it in. Do I think he's a bottom? No.
Okay.
But I also think he's into trans men.
I can't.
Like, well, transsexuals.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Y'all let me know in the chat in the comment section. If y'all
the moment he popped out in that green suit, I said,
yeah, that was a bit much.
Man, and he be
right,
sir.
Right.
And even like look at how he talks to men.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at how he talks to men. Like, from how he talks to Ocho, we know that's his right. Ace Boone, whatever, and his comfortability and his mannerism. Watch this man's shoulders.
Right.
Watch his shoulders, right? And remember when Ocho had the beef with who was that again? Ocho had the beef with was it Jim Jones or Cameron?
Cam.
Cam. You saw how like Shannon's like how when Shannon did the drum with Cam when it was time to talk to Cameron, and how like even the tone of his voice lightened.
Right.
He said, "Look, respect it," but he made sure to say, "I ain't in it."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, granted, I understand it from like a
Business
point of view,
Mm.
but at the same time, Ocho, you man, but at the same time, you're still a man.
Right.
But it was the way his body language was when he reacted to it, the tone of his voice, and it's just like sometimes when men of that caliber meet a man that's not like Cam is straight arm and narrow, but when a man that's flimsy
Right.
meet that one, yeah, watch the energy. That man is he's a girl's girl.
Yeah, I always say pay attention to body language, and that green outfit was ridiculous.
Yeah,
And
he wore that outfit for the girls.
just because he smashes girls, a lot of niggas got beards and shit and things of that nature, and they still be on the low. So
He think he on the low.
he think he on the low, but he ain't on the low.
His low's exposed.
I can't. All right, so we could get into a couple questions. Let me see. All right, so we can start here. Do you think more people are dumb or ignorant?
Ignorant. I think people. Ooh, you know what? Because you gave me the definition to dumb.
Right.
I think more people are dumb.
I think more people are dumb, and
I
they
think
get
more
mad at
people
me
are
all the time. In my regular real life, people get mad at me all the time because I be calling people dumb. They be like, "T, you gotta stop calling people dumb," and I be like,
You gotta stop calling people dumb.
I be like, they be doing some dumb shit.
You gotta stop calling people dumb, right? Because especially with like social media, everything is in your face now.
Right.
So if you don't want to know something, it's because you don't want to know.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get to certain sectors, like, because if you're not exposed to it, you're not exposed to it. Cool, boom, leave it there. But like, and this is where I feel a little conflicted because I really believe in if you don't know, you don't know, right? Even when it comes down to social interactions, because there's a lot of people who have social anxiety so bad they don't want to socialize, regardless of what's available, whether social media is available or not. Like, I don't know when the last time I watched the news. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know what's out there. However, and then even when interacting with people,
You
you
don't
can be
have a
like, oh
news
yeah,
app
but
though?
it's common sense, huh?
You don't have a news app though?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, I
Oh,
make sure
no,
that
wait,
I
I'm
got a news app.
lying. I got the Google John. Like, you know, you swipe your phone to the John. I got that.
Okay. No, I
But
got
that's
like the local Channel 6 app.
no.
Yeah, I don't really watch the news like that either. I would say that I think more people are dumb than ignorant, only because they choose to be. I think more people choose just to be dumb. Like, and I'll get into examples on another question, but just here on this said question, I want y'all to answer in the chat and in the comment section. Do y'all think that more people are dumb or ignorant? I'm going to say dumb, and Nina changed her answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if, because I don't know, I feel like that is such a thin line.
Right.
Right,
Because
it intertwines so easily.
it can bleed into each other. It can bleed into each other, and dumb is the higher level or the extreme of ignorance. But I say that more people fall
You
on
don't.
that side.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Don't be mad at me when I call people dumb, man.
Dumbass.
All right, this is the next question. Why don't people want to learn?
I think the main reason, right, is fear of the unknown. Like, Mostly like, so if you, and here's the thing, I'm going from personal, excuse me, I'm spitting, I'm eating, y'all. So,
Snacks.
personal experience, right? Um, I remember when I was younger, because this is when I first started noticing, hey, I'm getting taken advantage of, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, dang, only if I knew. And and from that point on, I wanted to know everything.
Right.
How can I know? How can I learn? Like it got so bad. I prayed. I said, God, please make me a human lie detector, so I can. I can't God. Like I wanna learn how to be a human lie detector. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Why should you pray for it? Right? So I wanted to know. Show me. How can I learn? How can I know? Now I'm addicted to knowledge.
Thanks.
I'm addicted to learning. I'm so nosy. I'm in psychology. Now I want to know how people, why does your brain do the things it do? Why are you acting the way I'm addicted to it? Like I crave this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So to the point where now I don't understand, or at least I'm understanding that I think that people just don't have that capacity to crave certain things. Like, you know what I mean? Because once you know these things, or because here's the thing, I wish I didn't go that far. Because once you know these things, again,
You
once
can't
you know
go
these things, you
back.
can't go back, right? You can't unlearn it, right? You know what I mean? It's open. So many pathways is open,
Mm,
right? I would rather not know some of this
that's a
shit.
fact. That's a
I
fact.
would be so much more at peace.
That's a
Like, you know
fact.
what I mean? And I learned that some people just don't have that capacity to break through certain, like, whether it's your nervous system, whatever it is, like, you didn't allow it to unlock. Now I'm like, damn, do I want to be like you?
Right.
But then I also don't want to be taken advantage of again.
All right, I got a question. So, what was the pinpoint, or what was the turning point that made you say, "I'm being taken advantage of"?
Mm, everything was happening at once. So it was, uh, I had just bought my house. I was 22. I just bought my house. And this when I first started getting like
That's
the,
a major congrats, by the
oh, thank you.
way.
Right. Um, this when I first caught the whiff of it. Like, it was like, what's that? What was that smell? Like one of them Johns. And um, I should have been excited.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even though I made this offer, it was how this was presented to me. Is my first night in a house. I just wanted it to be. I just wanted to like nest in it for a second. I didn't want nobody in there yet. So the offer was I invited some of my family members to move in because in my head at that time I wanted to be just like my grandmother. My house was going to be one of those refugee houses. Like, yo, if you're hungry, come knock on my door. If you need a place to stay, come knock. Don't do that shit today. First of all, I'm gonna
Facts.
put that out there. And put that disclaimer out there. Don't do that shit today. So, but because I saw how that helped the family by watching my grandmother do it. Um, but the phone call I got was as if I was in your way because I wanted to spend my first night in my house that I just bought by myself. And the kind of phone call that I got, it put such a heavy energy on my heart because I really felt bad that I wanted to do this for myself. And I'm like, what? So that was my first whiff. And then, years later, what happened was, even though I have allowed this stuff in and allowed this stuff happen, I couldn't enjoy it because different things started to break down in my house and I was left to fix it. So even though people were coming and going, the shit was breaking down. I was left to fix it. So between that and then the shit that was going on with my kid's dad or whatever, like, you know how that stuff goes. Everything was just happening at one time, back to back to back to back. But I wasn't getting a chance to breathe from it. And I was like, I'm getting pulled from everything, different angles. I'm like, I'm being taken advantage of, and how could I not see it? I wasn't able to see it until it was done.
Right.
So I prayed. I started praying.
Let me see this shit before it's done. Let me see this shit before it's done. All right, I want to say, I think the reason that people don't want to learn is because they're comfortable where they are. So I wouldn't say they don't necessarily have the capacity to learn. They're just comfortable in the space that they're in. So they don't want to, like you said, sometimes there's a fear factor or the unknown and things of that nature. Once you get comfortable in a space, you kind of get into, like, sometimes people can check out mentally and get into like a cruise control. So they just fall in line wherever they are, and then they just stay there unless somebody else, like, I think sometimes it takes somebody else to bring it to their attention, like, yo, you should try this, or you should try that, or do you know about this? And then maybe they might be open to it. But for the most part, people within themselves, they get content in where they are in learning. That would be my answer.
That's a good point. You know, it's crazy. That's a really good point. I've been there once in my life. I just think that cruise control you talk about. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm good here.
Right.
Because you know that old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right.
It was one of those. I'm okay here.
Right.
So, yeah. No, I agree.
All right. The next question is, there's a study going around that Black men are no longer going to college, and this may be in part from COVID and people starting their own businesses per se. What do you think about the idea of Black men no longer going to college? Is this a good or a bad thing?
Okay. It could be. I'm gonna say I understand. Like, because they don't have to.
Right.
I feel like our Black men can be very goal oriented when they want to, and accomplish when they want to, especially when they're opening their own business. The only part that they truly need assistance on is on a soul level, like the personality part, like the essence, the moral compass part, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you when a man shut him off and just open him up professionally, I think he's great. A logical man is a logical Black man is a beautiful thing to watch, like, you know what I mean? And also from like a more economic standpoint, economics going to shit. Like, especially with the stunt they just pulled with the student loans.
Right.
Why am I going to, I don't see the point of them getting put into
putting yourself in a debt
financial hole, especially when he's the creator of our family system.
Right.
That's not going to help me. If I need him to build and he's going into debt to build, he's not helping me. Like, you know what I mean? I would rather him go ahead and open the business or do something. It's trade schools out here, it's programs, certifications, word of mouth. There's other ways for him to funnel money. And Black men are smart in that way when they apply themselves.
Yeah, when they apply themselves. I would say this is like a give and take. This is like a give and take. So, do I think that Black men need to still go to college? I don't think you need to go to college to be successful, but I think you need to go to college to gain some experience. I think that going to college is like when I graduated from high school, I'm probably the only person in my graduating class that I can remember that was like went to college. It wasn't like a thought. It was just like people got jobs. They went to McDonald's, went to City
Go to
Blue,
college.
whatever the fuck it was. They
Yeah.
just went and got a job. It was like it wasn't a thought. So it was like, I guess because they couldn't afford it, or it just wasn't a thought. It wasn't a thing. It was just like, just go get a job. You graduate high school, just go get a job. But I knew back then, knowledge is something that I always preach, that knowledge is important. Like you said, taking advantage of the part. If you have the knowledge, people can't take advantage of you.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I've always known that. So I think my son is probably actually doing it the best way, because he's working on his own business. Like he learns how to tattoo, and he's tattooing while he's in school. So
That
he's
is
building, so he's building his own business and learning his own shit while he's in school. So I think that's probably, and everybody's not afforded that luxury, and that's what I try to preach to his fucking ass all the fucking time. Nigga.
No, you can't tell these kids nothing.
That's a fact.
Especially when they've been living a life.
That's a fact. Everybody's not afforded that luxury to be able to be taken care of while you're in school, and to be able to be learning your own shit. So I think he's probably doing it the best way, as in being in school and simultaneously working on his own craft.
No, for sure. Sure. Good for him.
Yeah. So I think that's the best way. College, I don't think college doesn't equal knowledge. I think you can't necessarily not learn anything in college.
You get your money back.
Like you just with it and fell out.
Maybe you mean, do you mean experience?
Right. Maybe
she mean experience.
Nah, once you go to college, this is what I'm trying to say, and this is what a lot of times people don't know unless they actually went to college. It's like your first time being on your own. It's your first time. You got to socialize with people you don't know. You got to live with somebody you don't know. A lot of these things is like
build
your first experience.
Skills.
Yeah.
Right, like real life skills.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yep. So
a lot of that shit you will learn, and you also build networks too, because I'm still cool with a lot of people from school,
especially the professors who's already embedded into society and have certain hell yeah.
That's a fact. So yeah, I don't have a problem with not so many black people or black men going to college. I would just say to, even if you're just gonna go off and start your business, make sure you learn the business. Because a lot of us are just starting businesses, but they don't know business.
Oh, me. I had to start over twice. I knew what I liked.
Right.
I knew the passion behind my business, but because I didn't know business, marketing and sales, and you know what I mean? And I have more of an empathic heart. Oh, I'll do this for free for you. It's bitch, you can't afford that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Just as quick as I opened it, as quick as I had to shut it down. And then I had to go back and learn some stuff about what business, actual business terminology, and hey, you got to do this, you got to. I'm all right. So I literally had to start over from scratch because I didn't know business.
That's a fact. So make sure that you are learning not only your business, but business just in general. All right. Here's the doozy. Is technology making everybody lazy?
Yes. Oh my God. Chat GPT.
I've never even used Chat GPT. How does that even start?
Do not open that shit. Don't open it.
What is it? Is it an app?
Yeah, it's an app.
Okay.
It's an app. T, stop drinking that right now. Stop drinking that. Don't pick that shit back up. You already sick. It's not good for you. It's just going to bring more mucus if you try to get better. Don't drink no more of that shit.
All right.
So, I'm what is he drinking? Don't drink that. But it's I love it. I go to Chat GPT forever. Chat GPT is my nutritionist, my therapist, like my best friend, my assistant. You know what I mean? I do like everything by myself. Like if I'm thinking, it's my journal. If I'm thinking about something and I'm mentally stuck, or if I have a mental fog, Chat GPT. Do not start.
See, whenever I get like a block or a brain freeze, then I just come back to it. Like I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Perfect. Like it's one of. I'm sorry, I choked on my own spit. So it's like one of the things. Like I don't know. Yeah, of course you're on TikTok. I'm about to sound like. So before I got on TikTok, you know, I'm like, I ain't going on TikTok. I'm going on TikTok because I don't want to get stuck scrolling.
I'm about to tell him. I'm about to tell you why I hate TikTok. Go ahead. I'll let you finish first. Go ahead.
My dumb ass went on TikTok and I got stuck scrolling.
Right.
The same reason why I said I didn't want to go. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. It happened. So yeah. Why you about to say TikTok?
All right, I hate TikTok because first of all, I always thought it was for children.
It's amazing, Jen. I'm sorry.
And I still think it's for children. But I hate when people will be like, yo, I learned a lot on TikTok. And I'm not mad at you for learning, but this is where you go. This is where you went. Like this is the learning platform. This is the place to be to learn. TikTok. This is what we doing. And you couldn't learn before TikTok?
All right, I'm gonna challenge you.
that shit kind of pisses me off
because TikTok is a community. Like, all right, so same way you'll walk down the street and see old Aunt Mabel, who is 90 years old.
Right.
Been here longer than you've been here. You finally, let me help you with your groceries inside the house. You help her with groceries inside the house. You just so happen, now you're in the house for an hour. She done told you so much stuff that you never knew before.
Right.
Just because you decided to help her, and she's been living down the street the whole time.
Right.
Just because you decided to help her with her bags to go in the house. That's TikTok.
See.
It's just right there. So it's like stuff people you would have never met.
It's easy access.
Yeah, it's easy access.
But also, I seen something a long time ago that said, if you want to be successful, stop scrolling.
Stop scrolling. Yo, stop scrolling. You want to be successful, wake up at 4 a.m. Stop scrolling. Wake up at 4 a.m. Get a routine.
Right.
You don't need, I seen this thing one time. It was a millionaire, whatever. He says, he was saying how he break his working days down. He said, I only work 3 days. And he said how he worked. And when he explained, I said, duh. You know what I mean? Wake up at 4 and he only worked till like 12 noon.
Right.
And he has the rest of his day to himself.
Right.
That makes so much sense.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And you only do it for 3 days.
Right.
And you just made 10 to 20,000 in a week.
Right.
Working like what, 4 to 5 hours?
Right.
Like we spend versus working an 8 to 9 hour shift, or like nurses and whomever, you working 12 to 16 hour shifts and barely making $1,200.
Right.
No.
So it's just like I don't mind if somebody go on TikTok. Like I might post on TikTok here and there, but I'm not gonna be on TikTok. Like people were like, before I go to bed, I'll be scrolling for like 2 hours before I fall asleep. I'll be like, what the fuck? Like you ain't got shit else to do.
Right.
Like,
you would get stuck.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm guilty sometimes. Like to get my mind off of things, I was like, yo, I'm about to just.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm worried about what you're intaking, because it's like if you're going on there and you might grasp to something or you might learn something cool. But if you go on there for 4 or 5 hours watching Who the Fuck Did I Marry? We got a problem here.
We got a problem. Or that new dumbass show It ain't dumb. It's entertaining. It's dumb. That new dumbass show, Love After Lockup.
Right.
I said we already have issues with relationships.
Facts.
Why are you guys publicating this?
Facts. That's a fact.
No.
That's a fact. And even when it comes to technology making everybody lazy, and that's how it is now. People who just go Uber Eats, DoorDash, they're not cooking. They doing whatever it is. All this technology. And I'm a person who loves technology. Like I was on computers since I was in like the 4th grade. I've been on a computer. I don't play around with none of that shit, but I know my shit. But I'm not like addicted to it. It's like I don't use it to be lazy. Like some people use it to be lazy instead of using it for what it's supposed to be for.
They got everything. Like I know people gonna hate me. I feel like that's the iPhone people, iPhone and Mac people. Like, oh yeah, because this connects to that, and I got the watch, and I got the thing you put on your head. Oh, look,
I got all that shit. And it's just like, I got all that shit, and I never even use it. I got the headset. I never even use that joint. But it's like it's so much that you can have, but it's so much that you can lose yourself into.
You lose. You're losing. Right. Like, why do you not want to do this yourself?
Facts.
They call people over. It's a click of the button. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get somebody to walk my dog. Bitch.
Right.
No, like you know.
That's a fact.
Like it's no longer being used for convenience. It's being used to replace.
Right. Right. Yeah, this shit is fucking too much, and we gotta find a medium or a breaking point to where as though it's like
fingers crossed, man. Because it's getting worse.
Yeah,
it's not gonna get better. It's getting worse.
It's getting extremely worse because people are going to get on their headsets, and that's how they're going to be talking to like people. Yeah. That's how they're going to be talking to people. They're no longer going. Right. They're no longer going to socialize. Right.
Put the VR on.
Right.
And spend the whole day in a VR chair because you just spent your whole day in a game system thinking that shit real.
Facts.
It's sad.
Facts. All right. So as we wrap up this episode of Are You Dumb? Ignorance is not bliss.
We want to ask y'all, are y'all dumb? It's like, no.
I would ask, what is your stance on, do you believe that ignorance is bliss or ignorance is not bliss?
I think ignorance is bliss. I stand on it.
I think ignorance can be bliss. And I wish that I could live there. But I already passed the line.
Because you're the prophet, man. Yeah, you know it.
I already passed the line and I can't go back.
Hey, by the way,
Prophecies merch. Prophecies
go get your prophecy shirt.
Yes.
Without vision, there is no understanding.
That's a fact. All sizes and colors, Prophecies merch, people. Yeah, I crossed the line already and I just can't go back.
You can't go back. That's fine.
I love to see people live in the land of the Lulu and just be chilling like,
yep.
I don't know and I don't care.
See, the thing is, I still remember that feeling, and that's why I'm like, ignorance is bliss. And then now I see my 17-year-old. She has my same personality that I used to have. So I'm reliving what I used to live. I'm watching it all over again. And I'm like, this motherfucker. You know, I pray for my baby. Like, you know what I mean? But then the only thing that's keeping me afloat is because I know, because I'm here now. Like, you know, I noticed that don't last forever.
Right.
But that's why I believe ignorance is bliss.
I think for some people it does last forever, though.
Don't say that.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Scare me, man.
I'm telling you because I know older people that still live in that same state of mind. I know older people.
I'm about to drop her off in Kensington and walk home.
I can't. I know older people that still live in that same state of mind, and they are still Delulu, and they will. That's where they will forever be.
Yeah.
So, I would say be careful. I would say be careful.
Okay, I'm about to drop her off in K-Name. Hey, baby.
She's still young, so she got time, and you know,
build some character.
Once real life hits, then normally people come out of that.
Right, God willing.
Yeah, that's why I always lean to life experiences to put you where you need to be.
I agree.
And sometimes people don't always get those life experiences. So
Right.
depends on what walks you walk, what paths you take. And that's how people get to where they are.
That's true.
That's what it is, man. Any last questions or thoughts, Miss Nina?
No. I think we got them out. Please,
Okay.
people, don't be dumb.
That's a
There we go. Don't be dumb, be ignorant.
Yeah, if you gotta choose one or the other, choose ignorance. Yeah, if you gotta be one or the other, choose ignorance. Being dumb is like, why? It's just like, why?
It's too many resources out here.
Yes, it's too many resources. Even if y'all love TikTok so much, go on TikTok and learn. I know I hate it personally, but if that's your vice of choice to learn on TikTok, because it'd be like, yo, I'm in the TikTok shop. Like we never had fucking Amazon for years and years and years. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
It's right there.
Right. My daughter be like, I got this off the TikTok shop. I'm like, all right.
No, right. Shipping and handling $20.
Right.
No.
I'll be like, Amazon, you could have got that right off Amazon.
It's
right?
free. Delivery's free. But okay. Go off.
Facts. So, be mindful, people. That's the premise of this episode, is to be mindful. It's okay to learn. I know sometimes people get scared of the unknown and all of those things, and they don't want to hurt their brains. but
knowledge is power.
Knowledge is definitely power, and knowledge is key.
Yes.
And moving forward through life. And like Nina said, so you don't get taken advantage of.
There we go.
So you don't get taken advantage of. Learn something, people.
Mm-hmm.
Because the main thing that always fucking scuffs my Timbs is when people say, well, I don't want to learn all the shit that you learned. And I'd be like, I don't need you to learn all the shit that I learned. Just learn something.
What's the saying? A wise man knows that what's the saying? Only a fool thinks he knows everything, but a wise man knows a little about a lot. Right? Boom.
So that's what it is, people. Thanks everybody for tuning in, man. I want to say shout out to the crew, even though they probably outside getting water ices and shit.
Yeah, shout out to them. They better bring your cherry ice back.
Thanks. Shout out to the crew, man. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Hit that thumbs up button. If y'all haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Miss Nina, please, do you want to give your spill?
I'm good. Oh, you know what? Since I'm up here, I might as well. I'm Nina Pleazz on all platforms, mostly Instagram and TikTok. Relationship life coach and spiritual advisors. You need tarot card reading, life coaching, spiritual coaching. I do spiritual sessions. I also have out. If you do want to learn how to read tarot, I have an online course available. Visit my website at www.expressspiritually.com. I'm available there if you want to make an appointment, a booking. I also have blogs available if you want to learn like different rituals or about your spiritual journey. Just come take a peek. So hopefully I see you soon.
All right. At some point, Nina, I would like for you to just do like a short thing on like explaining to people what it is to be like an earth sign, fire sign, things of that nature, just so people can get some knowledge in that area, because people don't know a lot of those things.
I would love to do that.
So we'll do something on that. Give something to the people, because they just be like, my birthday is such and such and such. All right, what else?
Right, it's bigger than that.
Right. Right, it's bigger than that. And we are Capricorns, and we love our sign. And maybe if you knew more about your sign, then you might feel a different way about it.
You have a bigger understanding.
Right. So that is the prophecies, people. Without understanding, there is no vision. And without vision, there is no understanding. We're gonna get up out of here.
Yeah.
Deuces.